Jim Carrey has taken a bold stance against what he describes as capitalism without a conscience, critiquing the modern era's greed, deception, and abuse of power, issues he believes parallel the worst evils of the American right wing of the past, including hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, and shameless corruption. His political commentary, once hidden behind comedic antics, has evolved into sharp satire, with scathing critiques of figures like Donald Trump, whom he recently likened to a rabid dog lost in his own twisted version of The Truman Show. Carrey's roast pulls no punches, ridiculing Trump's leadership, his golf swings, and even his infamous spray tan, while suggesting that Melania's jacket should have included the word rabid in its design. But beyond the humor, Carrey's frustration is evident. He sees the country unraveling, manipulated by figures like Steve Bannon and led by a president who, in his view, is dismantling democracy while deflecting blame. With biting wit, he compares Trump's struggle to a chihuahua attempting to devour a steak, amusing at first, but ultimately concerning, as it teeters on the edge of disaster. Whether through art, comedy, or public statements, Carrey continues to challenge authority, making it clear that he refuses to sit back and watch as chaos reigns. Jim Carrey isn't just throwing shade, he's serving a full buffet of truth bombs, exposing Trump's ego as too massive to digest its own contradictions. His political satire isn't just for laughs, it's a wake-up call, reminding us that while the circus may be entertaining, the tent is on fire. Carrey warns that Trump's obsession with Twitter distractions over real governance is a serious problem, one that could ultimately lead to his downfall, leaving a bewildered nation questioning how we ever took him seriously. History may not be kind to Trump, perhaps reducing him to a meme with tiny dogs and oversized steaks. Carrey also highlights a darker reality. An entire generation is growing up believing that lying is acceptable, nurtured by a culture that replaces real leadership with televised babysitting. Through his provocative artwork, he portrays Trump as everything from a wicked witch to a piece of toast, blending satire with social commentary. While critics are divided, some calling his work brilliant, others dismissing it as mean-spirited, Carrey's message is undeniably resonating. His appearance on Bill Maher's show likened Trump's presidency to a carpet bombing of outrage, a stress-inducing spectacle that demands relief. Yet, beyond humor, Carrey is deeply concerned about the normalization of dishonesty, fearing it's creating a generation of mini-Trumps. Whether he's just blowing smoke or delivering a hard truth, one thing is clear: he's sparking conversations in a climate where political discourse often feels impossible. As someone who once struggled financially before rising to Hollywood fame, Carrey perhaps understands the average American more than those disconnected by wealth and privilege. While some argue he should stick to comedy, Carrey insists on shining a spotlight on America's deep divisions, urging us to see beyond political jerseys and recognize our shared humanity. Whether his efforts will change minds or merely entertain remains uncertain, but in a world where even agreeing with the opposing side feels like a betrayal, his voice adds a compelling, if unconventional, perspective to the debate.